Yo, listen up, it's time for a tale about a podcast that'll leave you frail. Hard way wrestling coming at you raw, bringing the heat, breaking every law. They drop the truth, no holds barred, talking smack, getting you hyped up hard, calling out the fakes, exposing the lies. Hard way wrestling taken by surprise. Hard way wrestling coming to your city. Nothing but realness, nothing but grit. Going down a gauntlet, making them mark. Hard way wrestling, straight from the heart.
Welcome to Hard Way Wrestling. It is Top Rope Tuesday. Woo, man, I gotta come up with a different intro. That is it's wearing me out. Wears me out. Gentlemen, how are we doing today?
Doing good, sir. Doing good.
No Ricky today. Ricky had some prior engagements, but in a two-seat, batting second for your Hard Way Wrestling hosts, 293 pounds. Am I close?
Yeah. Yeah, you're actually damn near close, dude.
Nailed it. With a shoe size of 11 and a half. 12. I'm going with 12.
I go between 12 and 13, so you're good there, too.
Okay, host of the Shakedown, Wyatt Spivey.
There you go.
Yeah. So I worked at a skating rink when I was younger, and I could spot a shoe shot, and I didn't even look at your feet. I could spot a shoe size a mile away. I also could spot whether you tucked your laces in.
Watch out for those shoe shines.
That's right. I can also spot whether you tucked your laces in or not. So
fair enough.
Welcome in, boys. How was your weekend? Lots of shit going on.
Yeah.
A lot of shit going on, but weekend overall was good, man. So
Good. No wrestling this weekend. No real wrestling. I mean, if you count collusion. Collusion is wrestling.
No.
But busy weekend coming up. This Friday we'll do our pick show for Money in the Bank.
There you go.
And then we have Worlds Collide also is on Saturday at 3:00 on YouTube.
Yeah, on the WWE YouTube channel.
On the tubes. Is that the only two that are going on?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay.
I haven't seen anything for anything else as of yet.
Yeah, NXT just had their thing, Memorial Day weekend, nothing yet.
Gotcha. Yeah, when's the next NXT pay-per-view?
Great American Bash, I think, is what I saw. And funny enough, and we'll talk about it a little bit more on the Shakedown tomorrow. There is the NXT pay-per-view is coming from Center Stage. And for those of you who know wrestling history, Center Stage is where WCW, Jim Crockett Promotions, taped a lot of their stuff. So yeah, it's kind of funny. I heard that today. I was like, "Whoa, that's kind of a full circle." And I thought Center Stage was still owned by TNT and Turner Broadcasting, aka Warner Brothers Discovery, but apparently it's not because WWE is running it.
Okay. Ricky just posted that he woke up feeling like crap, and he is sitting in urgent care right now. So get better, Ricky. Get better.
But the next NXT PLE is Great American Bash on July 12th.
Exciting. So what can people expect to see tomorrow night? Will you guys be shirtless at any point during the... Is there any nudity on the show?
I
Not
mean,
the last time I checked. You're wrong. I was there last week. I don't remember doing that last week.
Okay. I'm just asking for a friend. Right?
Well, I mean, I can't do that because Stephanie's gone, so I can't really...
we saw her last night, and we got a little Booker T impersonation from Pat McAfee, which will,
yes, we
We'll
definitely.
get to that in a minute. I was so pissed off last night at that. We'll get to that in a minute.
You can't do Booker. You can't do Booker, Pat McAfee. Just stop.
I mean, you can, but it didn't help that Scott goes, "We're finally free of Booker T," and then here comes Pat McAfee.
Now, what's that called? The kiss? What is that called? The Devil's Kiss?
I think so.
Yeah, the Devil's Kiss or something like that. Yeah, I think we got to see that twice last night, which was cool.
Yeah, on Liv and the other one too.
Yeah, Lucky Liv, I guess.
Yeah.
So, All right, well, let's get into it. We got some topics for today. Boys, what the hell is WWE doing? Last week we talked about, do we think WWE is ruining wrestling? And I said the counter programming and everything that's going on with the WWE, I don't dig it. I think they're as much as AEW could be a pain in the ass and a terrible promotion at times. Not a terrible promotion, but a promotion with a different style of wrestling that not everybody, all the WWE heads like, Scotty. And but it is wrestling, right? It is a different style of wrestling, but they are making you choose, and I'm not a fan of it. I hate it. So,
I mean, let's be honest. I mean, the good thing is, though, the numbers still show that WWE is still pretty much the top brand.
It is.
I mean, no offense to cut R-Truth and Carlito, which, in my opinion, doesn't really hurt them. I mean, we'll miss R-Truth. We'll miss,
Well, we'll get into that. So let's get into. We had a release about 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, Cora Jade. Cora Jade was released from NXT. Did she make it up? She made it up to the main roster at some point, I believe, right?
A couple of different times, but I think it was small spurts. It wasn't anything like crazy long in length.
Yeah. So she went on the Era Hawani podcast the other day and was talking about everything that is wrong with the WWE and her time in NXT. And there was a lot of issues going on. So Cora Jade says, I definitely think things could have been different if it weren't for certain things like the body shaming thing. I came at 19 years old. I was like 110 pounds. I was so small. It was constant comments, whether it was from the guys who think that they are being funny, or I'm not going to name names again, but I remember specifically being told that I would never be a champion in this company because I look like I couldn't crack an egg. Pretty, I mean, I've been told that before. So, multiple conversations about her body, which I don't think anymore, especially as another man should be saying that to a female. I was so young, and it created a lot of issues for me and her body wise. But obviously, I gained so much muscle after that. I worked my ass off. So, Cora Jade, body shamed, picked on. Now, wrestling locker rooms can be a different animal, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's family. A lot of it's family. A lot of it's not when I say family, I mean brothers. Because when you're in the wrestling business, you're all brothers. There's people that don't get along, and there's people that get along, and that's life. But it is certain locker rooms ball bust more than others.
Yeah.
I've been in locker rooms with women. I've never had any issues with any women or heard anything in the locker room with any women. Well, I'm lying. I heard something recently, but I don't know all the specifics and whether it was true or not or whatever. But locker rooms can be tough. Whether you're in a baseball locker room or a football locker room or a wrestling locker room, locker rooms can be tough because you got a lot of male, a lot of testosterone, a lot of ego. And again, not saying that it was good that Cora Jade was body shamed. All right. Not taking up for any guys or anything, but that's kind of how locker rooms are sometimes. They make you I could tell you right now, a locker room can make or break you. And a lot of times it will make you a better person. It'll make you thick-skinned because you have to compete. You just have to compete. You can't be the one sitting in the corner sucking your thumb, right? So if I had $1 for every time some dude twice my fucking size patted me on top of the head and asked me where my hair was, I'd have $6 from the last show. Do you think? Now this is my question. Do you think because D-Generation X is running WWE now, do you think that is part of the issue? Do you think the old boys from the DX days are back in charge here, and that's just how they act?
I mean, I don't see it that way because obviously some of the stuff they said to women, obviously in the Attitude Era, were way different than what today's climate is now. I mean, you might as well be asking the same question with Jericho being an AEW running his shit. some of the stuff he said with Stephanie and all the other stuff. But I think Sean's running a pretty clean program, but you don't know what's going on because who wants to go and tell the teacher what's going on behind their backs?
There are some. There are some stooges.
I agree, but I'm just saying.
We know who the stooges are, by the way. We know.
Yeah. See, I don't think it's a Sean and Triple H thing. I think it's just, as you said, a typical locker room thing. Like, it's not, it's people busting balls and having fun and whatnot. And yes, there is some old school, old guard, because the first thing I thought of as soon as you said the couldn't crack an egg deal was Cornette. Like, the way he talks about women and stuff like that. So yes, there is some old school mentality there, but I think that's just something it's not a Triple H or Sean thing. It's just this is how the locker room always is and always has been kind of thing. Not, again, just like I'm not saying, that it's right for them to do that, but at the same time, just like you, where would I be if I, cried over every fat joke that's ever been told about me? Sometimes there's a balance of, yes, maybe some things shouldn't have been said. The crack and egg comment,
hit or miss, right? I mean,
yeah, it doesn't quite fit into that. Like, again, if you just told her, it's funny because it's funny how it's the opposite end of the spectrum for her. Like, most women get shamed for being too big. She's getting shamed for being too small. And that's where it's like, okay, I mean, again, not saying it should have been said, but at the same time, it's kind of, I don't see it as that offensive to me, but
you grew up in a different era too. And Scotty, people have made fun of you for one thing or another.
Yeah.
You name it, they've made fun of you. Again, you've probably over the years have gotten yourself to pretty thick skin.
Yeah.
What is the word? All right. What's the worst thing somebody has said to you?
I don't know. Like, I don't even
There's
take
so many.
Yeah, there's so many. There's so many, but it's like I don't even take it as like the worst thing. Like, to me, the harder it hits, the funnier it is to me. Like, causing earthquakes in China and all all these different kind of like. I love the harder the darker it is. It's funny. Not going too deep into this, but Wyatt's sister on the game chat has said some absolutely hysterical stuff about me being fat. I wish I could remember all. There were some good one-liners.
Do I need to keep a page of that too now, just so I have all the one-liners from her at this point?
Yeah, we need to keep a Kira page now.
Do we need to bring up? Yeah, Ricky's right. Do we need to bring up the Joey Janela video?
Right? Oh my!
That was pretty crass. So
again,
with the current environment, with the Me Too movements and the cancellations and stuff, how did this all go by? Again, wrestling locker rooms are sacred. Wrestling locker rooms are sacred. Not a lot of things get out of these locker rooms unless it's really bad. Really bad. How did this not get out ahead of time? And how are we gonna see somebody get canceled for this? Are we gonna find out who body shamed Cora Jade and cancel them?
I don't know. I guess it depends on how much steam this story gets picked up with. I mean, again, you're right. Locker rooms are sacred in a sense. Like, for a lot of people, they're too scared to come out, obviously, during their time at that company. But again, it always seems to come out after they've been released. So it could be said in anger. It could, but you never know until you do a full investigation. I don't know if Sean's going to do that or not.
Right. So,
and even then, again, it's okay, the locker rooms are sacred unless it's something very egregious, and I don't know. I just don't think this is. Again, I don't know what else was said. I mean, there might be some really super duper hard stuff that was said behind the scenes that does need to get investigated. But the crack and egg comment, I don't if that was the worst of it, again, people can cancel me if they want. It ain't gonna work, but you can try.
You're already canceled.
Yeah, well, yeah, I've been
making
canceled.
Uno skip card big enough for you, buddy.
One time, I was working out pretty heavy there for a bit, and Tim said to me, or Chucky said to me one time, he said, "What's that string hanging from your sleeve?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "Oh, that's your arm." Where are my feelings? Where are my feelings? Where are my feelings? So, anyway, more to go. Hopefully it's over with, or more to come. But we will have pictures from her OnlyFans. I'm sure Ricky is looking at them right now.
It seems to be the thing.
Yeah. So, anyway, couple releases over the weekend. Valhalla, one of them. Who honestly has not wrestled or really done anything. She could have been doing something on a house show, but she hasn't done anything on TV forever.
I think it's been like a year and a half or so.
Yeah.
Ever since they switched the Viking Raiders back to the War Raiders, which I still think, in my view, they could have had her like switch gimmicks and accompany them still. Like,
sure.
Take her out of the fur gimmick and the Viking gear and just put her in like biker gear.
Yeah.
Would have been perfect. But
she could borrow some of Rhea's leather.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, hell, they did it with Sonny with the Road Warriors.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ooh,
I mean, it's there. But I guess they're tired of all the factions they've got going on right now.
Yeah. I mean, I call some of it dead weight. There's some people that are being paid that, I mean, I don't know what she does as an ambassador. I don't know what she does in the back end. I don't know what if she's doing radio. I don't know what she's doing, but she's no longer doing anything with WWE. She is her contract is, she didn't get released. Her contract is not being renewed.
Yeah.
Another person whose contract is not being renewed is Carlito. Carlito has been signed with the company for a second run since 2023, having made a surprise appearance at Backlash event in Puerto Rico. You guys remember that? That was a pretty good.
Yes.
Pop.
It was a great pop.
Bad Bunny, right? Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny was on that one.
Yeah.
Savio Vega also showed up, I believe.
Yep.
Right? So,
I remember where we were the night watching that. We were at a buddy's hockey game, and we were sitting out in the it was Ray's hockey game.
Oh yeah, you're right. Shit.
We were sitting out in the lobby area. There was a glass window we could see in, so we could
I forgot about that. Yeah, you're right.
We could watch Ray play, but we had the pay-per-view up on a phone just sitting against the window. So we were watching Ray and the thing, and we both popped when we saw Carlito and Savio and a whole bunch of others pop out for the LWO.
And again, I'm not really worried about Carlito being cut. I mean, he was just the jokester of the Judgment Day. He hasn't really done much since that big pop in Puerto Rico. So again, cutting up the dead space.
Yeah. So he immediately was aligned with the LWO, shocker, as he returned to WWE TV, but then was aligned with the Judgment Day after drafting from WWE SmackDown to Raw in the 2024 draft. Since then, he had been ever present with the faction, specifically during backstage segments and interfering party in matches until this week's show. Throughout the show, the Judgment Day appeared on multiple segments, both backstage and in front of the crowd. However, Carlito was not with the group one single time. So supposedly the WWE, and we're going to get into our truth in a minute, but WWE is going a different route. They're getting rid of the comedy aspect, some of the comedy aspect of wrestling, which I don't know how that's going to work with El Grande Americano, but they're getting rid of some of the comedy aspects, and Carlito was one of them. He was more of a comedy sideshow. He was more of a joke when it came to wrestling. And again, he hasn't really wrestled here in months, maybe here or there, but he said he actually came out and said he's been stealing money from the WWE. Why don't you think they would have kept Carlito around to do some of the stuff with AAA?
That actually is a very good question. I didn't even think about that. Like,
be a good ambassador.
Yeah, a very good ambassador. He's got all the connections. I mean, he is one of the relatives of the Colones, Carlos Colon.
Now they are Puerto Rican. It is Puerto Rican, so it's a little different than Mexicans. So maybe Puerto Ricans and Mexicans don't get along. Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe, but at the same time,
they did put him with the LWO.
But here's the thing, like that, it's all the the history of wrestling comes out of those areas, like Lucha Libre out of Mexico and the Puerto Rican wrestling and all that stuff. There is, like, unless there is some kind of a feud that none of us know about between Puerto Ricans and Mexicans, I thought there was some kind of a crossover. I thought Mexican wrestlers used to go to Puerto Rico from time to time, but again, I could be wrong on that.
Well, I think everybody goes to Puerto Rico at some point.
I
feel like they all do.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think he could have been a good brand ambassador for AAA, and also like
Ricky said, he just won the WWC Championship in Puerto Rico.
Yep.
Okay. Gotcha.
I did see that the other day on Instagram.
Yeah. So again, Carlito, decent for the Judgment Day. Good set piece for them. But not really doing anything. So here's the one in particular that really has set the WWE and the wrestling world actually ablaze. R-Truth, a fixture in the WWE program for nearly 2 decades, 20 years. Can you imagine? 20 minutes? Can't even imagine. Has officially been released from the company. Killings posted on his X account. I'm sorry to inform you all, I just got released from the WWE. Which, honestly, raise your hand if you thought it was a fucking joke.
Yeah.
Thought it was a joke.
I did. I honestly did.
Yeah. I want to thank WWE for the ride, but mostly I want to thank each and every one of you who was along for the ride. Thank you all for the love and support. Appreciate you. Appreciate you have given me all of the over the years. Thank you. The announcement quickly prompted an outpouring of messages from fellow wrestlers, many of whom deflected on Killings' contribution and legacy and respect, performing in the WWE for 17 years. So there's a lot of upset people, a ton of upset people. Kevin Owens, which Kevin Owens is outspoken about everything. Kevin Owens led the tributes on X. I've said many times that there was a few people in this industry who I have unlimited respect, love, and admiration for. Ron Killings is at the very top of that list, an incredible, timeless performer, which has unmatched ability to entertain and bring a smile to everyone he encounters, be it the fans or every single person lucky enough to have gotten a privilege to work alongside him. His kindness, humility, and infectious good nature makes him one of the most beloved people I've met in the industry. And this will be a void that his absence will leave in our locker room is unmeasurable. Love you, dude. So pretty well put by Kevin Owens. The Miz, who teamed with Killings as part of the Awesome Truth.
Yep.
Remember they won last year at 40. They won the tag titles.
Yep.
They won the tag titles. Should have known then that they were releasing when you won a belt. During a memorable run in 2011, posted on X, forming the Awesome Truth with you was one of the best runs of my career. Actually, I heard that R-Truth got him back in the locker room. Right, got him back in because he was out for a bit. No one made me laugh harder. Your energy, heart, and smile lit up every room and every arena. You're not one of a kind. You're one in a lifetime. Oh, that's so sweet. Love you, love you, Truth. Keep smiling. That always makes me sad, right? No, it makes me sad because you don't like wrestling. Wrestlers come and go. Right? Wrestlers come and go. They come through organizations and they get fired. And yes, there's sometimes some outpouring, but this really hit hard. And this again. So let me, Natalia. I'm not going to go into the rest of them. Fuck it. I'm not reading it. So other wrestlers: Rhea Ripley, Pat McAfee, Natalia, Alexa Bliss, Scarlett, Jade Cargill, Trinity, who noted. And this was funny. I don't know if you guys saw this. Jay Cargo wrote, "I hate this so much."
Yep.
And then, no, I'm sorry. Yeah,
No, Naomi wrote that.
Naomi wrote, yeah, and then underneath, Jay Cargo said, "I hate this more than I hate you." So it was nice to see.
Well, and Naomi wrote back to that is, "I hate that he's gone and you're still in our locker room."
Yeah, so
that was hysterical.
Pretty good. Pretty good. So, again, when we get back to saying, what is the WWE doing? Why are they making these decisions? Why? Our truth is, and Ricky says it all the time, and he actually just posted it. Our truth is a national treasure.
Oh,
right. There are people that you need in a locker room to build morale. When things are down, when things are bad, and you don't think things are going your way, there's certain people that you can reach out to and talk to, or are willing to, always have a kind word, never negative. Our truth, Ron Killings, one of them.
Yeah.
He's one of the only other guys that made like so many different characters crack.
Yes.
Unlike he made Brock Lesnar crack.
Yeah.
And that man's hard to.
How long were we looking for little Jimmy? And we knew he wasn't real.
Yeah.
We still were looking for little
Damn
Jimmy.
right. I was looking for little Jimmy all the fucking time.
Yeah. So our truth is again, like Ricky says, a national treasure. And I'm surprised. Now, will they re-sign him after all this? Because last night there was a big outpouring after Raw or during Raw. They were all bring back truth chants and that kind of stuff. So,
well, the one match that it was prevalent in was the women's match. I think it was it no, it wasn't Becky.
But they did it in the Punk in the beginning of the night. They did it.
During the beginning of the night, but it was more prevalent during the match. That was pretty much the lamest one of the night. And they really weren't chanting any of the wrestlers on in that match. It's one of the women's ones. And they're like, "We want truth. We want truth." And it was evident.
Yeah. And like, here's the thing. And I don't know. My feeling on this whole deal is this. I want to see our truth back in WWE. But I think there's something they can still do with him. And I think that would be for him to go back to TNA. He's a former TNA World Heavyweight Champion, under his original name, Ron Killings. He is an amazing athlete. He's not just the comedy. I love the comedy that he did, but he really brought an interesting style back to TNA as TNA World Champion. So in some ways, I would love to see him jump to TNA, work with them, maybe even get there. I could see an interesting match between him and Trick Williams.
He could help Trick Williams out, to be honest.
Yeah, so maybe there's some good that can come of this. We can still see him on WWE TV, not on main TV, but at least through the NXT brand, and get him. I mean, again, if WWE wants to get rid of the comedy, okay, I'm fine with that, and I still see a way for Truth to be an amazing performer, an amazing help to talent, and still be able to do what he loves by helping the next generation, but not through WWE, but by being on TNA. So I don't know. We'll see where this goes. We'll see where he ends up.
I mean, he could sign a Legends deal. Maybe this was part of Truth's plan. I mean, we don't know all the details. I mean, I'm sure he would have came out if it was part of it. I think he was kind of blindsided from it. So,
yeah,
all the wrestlers in WWE, no one has one bad thing to say about our Truth. So
always respect. And ever since when they released him, everyone was at his side saying, I mean, even JBL said this was bullshit.
Yeah.
So
yeah, there were people deleting everything WWE off of their Twitters.
Yeah, friggin'
that kind of stuff. Like Gunther was, and
couple other people. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
anyway, hopefully he'll land on his feet somewhere. I'm sure there's some indie promotions out there would love to have him come in. I mean, if he wants to throw me out of a battle royal, I'm down. Actually, funny story. I ordered the Ron Cena shirt.
Nice.
It should be here soon, probably Friday. And Jesse ordered me one for Father's Day.
Oh, nice. So you'll have two of them.
Two. So got to figure out how to get rid of the other one. So, they're both XLs. Sorry, gentlemen.
Yep.
Sorry, gentlemen. So an XL in WWE, once you wash it, it becomes a medium. So
yep.
Yeah.
100%.
Anyway, let's get into last night's Raw. Raw with Wyatt.
I mean, last night was a lot. I mean, CM Punk started off the night, even though he had a match later on that night for qualifying for the Money in the Bank for the last spot for the men. Cut a great promo. Obviously, him dropping pipe bombs is something that he thrives on. How about Michael Cole wearing the tank top at the
Guns, baby.
Yeah.
Guns.
No, he was fucking ripped,
Guns.
man.
Although
I
wearing a Pacers jersey in Oklahoma.
Best time to do it.
Why not?
Told Wyatt last night, like, just in case he should have tanned, just in case he knew he was gonna have to wear it if he lost the bet. Because, dude, like that, like, he's got guns.
There's too much there's not enough melanin in that guy's skin to help him.
I totally forgot he had tattoos until he took off the shirt. I'm like,
Yeah,
what?
you don't get to see Michael Cole naked very often. So
No, it's rare occasion.
Michael Cole, I'm gonna put this out to you right now. If you want to come on the Shakedown tomorrow and take your shirt off with Wyatt and Scotty, you're more than welcome to.
I'll make sure to wear a basketball jersey. It won't be any of the OKC or Indiana Pacers, but I will wear a basketball jersey.
Wizards, it is just as bad.
I've got Wizards and Heat. I think, yeah, a couple of those.
Yeah.
Going forward, we had the promo. Stephanie Vaquer makes her Monday Night Raw debut. Obviously, that women's division needs a lot of help because I'm tired of Waste Management Becky and that whole rivalry right now. And obviously, that led into her first match, which was Stephanie Vaquer versus Liv Morgan versus Ivy Nile in the Women's Money in the Bank qualifying match.
Good match.
Stephanie, very good match.
Yep.
They put on a great show last night. I mean, Stephanie, obviously, you know, I could have done without the grunting from Pat, but I felt like I was watching Frankenstein say something for the first time.
I didn't know if I accidentally my TikTok opened up and it was the P. Diddy trials or what I was listening to.
But yeah, I mean, other than that, that was a great match. Great start. Obviously, Stephanie will go on. She faces Rhea Ripley and 4 other women in that match. Who's it? Now, we're going
to talk about it on Friday, but who is in that match? You got Cora Jade, Rhea Ripley.
Cora Jade's gone.
Not Cora Jade. I'm sorry, not Cora Jade. Roxanne Perez.
Roxanne Perez,
yeah. Right. Stephanie Vaquer, Rhea Ripley. Who else is in that match?
Let me pull it up.
It's loaded. It's loaded.
Yeah, it's a really good night. Obviously, looking forward to that. So it's Rhea Ripley, Alexa Bliss,
yes,
Roxanne Perez, Jalea Naomi, and obviously Stephanie Vaquer takes that last slot.
Yep. That's going to be. Well, we're going to go over it on Friday, but it is a loaded women's Money in the Bank. Loaded.
Yeah, 3 women from SmackDown, 3 women from Raw. The same for the men's, obviously coming up later, but 3 men from there and another 3 men from Raw and SmackDown.
Yep.
So, Stephanie wins on the pinfall. Woohoo! In the back, we had Paul Heyman approach AJ Styles. Obviously, Paul Heyman doing his best to be a Walrus and scare people away with his tusks.
Jacked AJ Styles. Jacked.
Very jacked.
And then Rusev cutting a promo against his old best friend Sheamus. Best man at Sheamus's wedding, as he mentioned in his promo retaliation. Do you see a future match with them at Money in the Bank getting set up or somewhere in SummerSlam?
Not at Money in the Bank. I think it's going to be a program on regular TV, most likely.
You think so?
Yeah.
It'll be a Raw. It'll be a Raw feud.
They'll do it probably. I think they'll do some stuff on Raw, and then they'll build to probably something going like. Again, SummerSlam's 2 nights, so they've got to really do. They've got to get a bunch of stuff on there.
with Cardi B. Whoopty shit.
Yeah. Who cares about Cardi B? I just want to
I
see
do.
the
She's obnoxious. She needs to go away.
But I think they might build to something at SummerSlam. They'll
Who would
probably
you rather
have
listen to, Cardi B or Travis Scott? Right.
Neither.
Right. Good luck.
Yeah.
My left ear is bleeding. My right ear is bleeding too.
Obviously, going forward, the second match of the night is the Judgment Day versus the War Raiders. And the Judgment could pull off the win via pinfall.
So
Obviously, with some meddling from Judgment Day, obviously. Shocker.
Yep, a little bit of interference there.
Obviously, so getting War Raiders distracted, and then Finn Balor hitting his coup de grace on his chest, like always. I'm curious to see what they're doing with Judgment Day because I don't think they know what they're doing yet.
I think they're idle. I think they're being idle right now. They're going to make a run here. I believe once the New Day lose those titles, I think that Judgment Day is the next ones in line.
Okay.
I mean, let's be honest. There's no other really major tag team right now on the rosters anywhere that can really compete with the New Day clout.
Yeah, and they don't have to. Their main story is not the tag team division anyway. Their main story is the implosion of Judgment Day.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, then again, another Becky Lynch promo. Whoopty shit.
God.
And then obviously there was a later bout between them. Lyra Valkyria and Becky Lynch have a segment together. I don't know how I feel about this. It's interesting to watch two Irish women fight over an Intercontinental title championship, but what do I know? I just feel like it's just airing dirty laundry.
Yeah, I feel like this was a better promo out of Becky because she showed a little bit more emotion. The other promos are pretty bad.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know. It's weird. I'm not totally sure where I feel at this point.
I think Becky's taking this title. Honestly, I think Becky's going to take this title off of Lyra.
Interesting.
I see that. I mean, it'd be Sheamus, but another Irishman to do it.
He could win the women's Intercontinental. He's never held that.
He's got to be the Grand Slam. I mean, come on. We got to get inclusive somewhere.
Yeah.
Anyway, as we were talking about earlier, Michael Cole wearing his Indianapolis Pacers jersey at the announce desk, which was hysterical, obviously, in front of the Oklahoma crowd, which is not playing too well. I believe game 1, I think, is soon.
Is it Wednesday? I think it's Wednesday.
Because I'm probably watching that series. Ironically, the Knicks fired their coach.
So I am a Knicks fan because I was a Carmelo Anthony fan because he was a Syracuse guy.
Yeah.
He's from Maryland. So so I kind of just watched the Knicks and was rooting for the Knicks. And they were outgunned the other night.
They looked like garbage.
They were out of gas. And Indy runs. Like both teams, Indy, Oklahoma, both are running teams. So it's going to be a good series. It's really going to be a good series. That is your basketball talk for Hardware.
Yeah, that starts Thursday night. Anyway, continuing on. Then we have Penta doing his vignette, says that Money in the Bank is his destiny. And obviously it's in his hometown of LA. But he is prepared for that match nevertheless. And then we had our third match, which was a tag team match between Jey Uso, Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. That was not thought well because two big guys picking on scrawny dudes.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Well, no, I agree. You need to show the powerhouse in the faction. That's not my problem. It's just space.
Yeah. Brunson is he's
a monster.
Ridiculous.
As long as he doesn't jump off the top of the cage again, we'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll keep him to the third rope.
Yeah.
Third rope is great.
Yeah.
Obviously this match ends with Seth losing his marbles, attacking Sami Zayn and Jey Uso, causing them to win on disqualification.
Hey, back up real quick. Sami Zayn was injured earlier in the night on a run-in, right? or during that triple threat match. Did you cover the triple threat match?
Did we miss the triple threat match?
I think you
I
did.
don't think the triple threat match even happened yet. That was the
That's the end of the night.
That's the third. That's the last match. That's the main event.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
so this is okay. Go ahead. My bad.
I'm on pace. Leave me alone. But yeah, CM Punk comes out to defend Sami Zayn. Hits Braun Breaker on the back with a chair. So obviously this feud between these three people are firing up. Obviously, so good future matches between all three of these guys too.
Sammy, not a good guy.
Gunther calling his shit out.
Karrion Kross calling his shit out.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah,
well, did you talk to Gunther too? Oh no, Gunther talked to Jay.
Yeah.
Jay.
Did you see who was sitting with Sammy when Gunther or when Karrion Kross walked up?
I missed that.
Samantha Irvin.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
She was kneeling down beside him when Karrion Kross said, "Hey, can I talk to Sammy a minute?" It was Samantha Irvin.
Huh.
Yeah.
Does that mean she might be coming back?
Maybe not as an announcer, maybe as some form of a manager? Or what? There's no way, because no offense, the only talent she really brought was her announcing voice.
Her announcing is where it's at. Hopefully that's what she comes back as. They'd have to fire Lillian Grace again, or Lillian Garcia.
Lillian Grace.
Who's Lillian Grace? Where'd that name come from?
I don't know.
No idea.
Yeah, Lillian Garcia. If you saw Samantha Irvin's music video and song, you could see why she's back.
Yeah.
We all know it's not Ricochet's talent. So, and then that brings us to the fourth match.
He has no. Do you not watch? You don't watch any AEW at all, do you?
No, I don't. I avoided it with the plague.
That's Ricochet's like his last thing he says after he's done shooting a promo or whatever. He's like he kind of steps away and he comes back and goes, "Ha!"
He stole that from Cornette, though.
It's funny.
I mean, it is funny. No, I'm not going to lie. I just imagine that coming out of nowhere.
Don't be funny, Ricochet. Don't be funny, Ricochet. You might get fired.
Or who was it? Was it Okada when he goes, "Oh no, I'm so sorry."
Yeah, that's
bitch.
Yeah.
Anyway, the fourth match of the night on this program was Kairi Sane versus Raquel Rodriguez with Liv Morgan.
Yeah, this was a hard hitting match, and then Liv took a nasty shot to the head.
Oh yeah, she was cut open too.
Yeah.
I mean, that's Kairi Sane hits it with the pinfall. She wins.
That's called strong style, by the way. That's every Asian. It's called strong style, and they really hit hard.
Yeah. Hard. I mean, so much in fact that EO came out to help out to obviously distract Liv from doing anything. Yeah. I think this is I think this was the match where they started chanting, "We want truth."
Yeah.
Obviously at the beginning it wasn't really that amazing. It was just, your standard stuff in the middle of the ring, wrestling.
Well, I mean, it did. I thought Punk was going to acknowledge it when they started chanting it.
He did after the show went off the air.
There was that. Yes. But I thought he was going to acknowledge it in the ring. Like, oh shit, here we go.
And then obviously we have the video package for the upcoming rematch from Wrestling 41, which is Jey Uso and Gunther, which will be next Monday in Phoenix, Arizona, on Monday Night Raw. I mentioned this to Scott last night. I feel like with all this going on, I don't think this is going to be a back and forth kind of thing. I think Gunther will not get the belt because right now Jey Uso is so over. It would crush a lot of things, in my opinion.
Well, they have to make this match interesting. So at the end of course, we'll get to it here, but at the end of Raw, there was a melee, and Jay took a couple tsunamis.
Yeah.
So he is going to go into Monday night. Actually, I believe that they're going to lose on Saturday. They're going to lose to Seth and them on Saturday. Jay is going to be injured and going into Monday Night Raw. And I believe Jay is going to win keep that title on Monday Night Raw. I think he's going to keep the title, but they're showing some adversity because he's going to fight Hurt. So
Yeah.
he's going to prove that Hurt, he is going to beat Gunther, I believe. But I've been wrong before.
That leads us to the main event of the evening, which is CM Punk versus AJ Styles and El Grande Americano for the men's qualifying match.
AKA Chad Gable.
No,
what are you doing?
That's totally. I don't know what you're talking about. It's totally Hulk Hogan.
Clearly, he's wrestling twice in one
He's
day.
busy. He is busy.
Chad Gable is doing the AAA, and Grande Americano is wrestling Money in the Bank. So they're clearly not going to be in the same place at the same time. So you figure it out. You take your shoes off and do the math.
Obviously, this match was not the way we thought it was going to end. With CM Punk and AJ Styles both failing, El Grande Americano will advance to take on that six-way for the briefcase over the ring.
See.
So, I mean, that's basically the show. I mean, obviously there was some extracurricular after the match was over. The new faction of the company comes out and kind of just starts storming through. Punk tees off on Breaker. Rollins attacks Punk. I mean, it's going back and forth, obviously building that feud even further to build up for possibly a bigger match, which is SummerSlam.
He got Braun got no, not Braun. Punk got Seth up into the STF or into the go to sleep. And I thought for sure Braun was going to hit that spear while Seth was on his shoulders. Oh my God, I'd have died.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, oh, this is going to be interesting. And then Seth jumps off right before Punk gets speared. I was like, wow, okay.
Yeah, I still don't think I want to ever endure a couple things in my life. One, being tackled by Ray Lewis at full speed. Braun Breaker hitting me with a spear is on that list. Especially after what he did to ISO Speed last year at Royal Rumble. Fucking no. Just no.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I mean, the show was really good last night. I mean, obviously, Stephanie Verker moving up to be in the Money in the Bank. I mean, obviously, we have to see what Jordynne Grace does as she makes her debut probably the same time on Friday.
Is there an open? So the Money in the Bank is full for the women, correct?
Yes. Okay. But I think she may make her debut on SmackDown, obviously, to get her started. Yeah. But other than that, it was pretty cut and dry night last night.
Yeah, not a bad episode. Definitely moving stories. Good go home Raw for Money in the Bank. So again, we'll figure out the rest of it
at the Kia Forum on Saturday.
Yeah. Kia Forum is in LA.
Yep.
Where's AAA at?
Same place, I think.
I thought it was in Mexico. It's not?
Is it not?
There's
no way Chad Gable will be wrestling in Mexico than flying to LA.
What are you talking about?
Hold on. Okay, hold on.
What are you talking about?
Oh my gosh.
I don't think San Diego and Mexico are that close together.
It's all the Kia Forum.
Everything is?
All of it is the Kia Forum.
Man.
So they must have sold out both shows, or at least close to it.
No, I'm sure.
I mean, there's a great fatal four-way that's going to be really good to watch.
That AAA match, that AAA going to be good.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that fatal four-way with Ray Fenix,
Laredo Kid,
Ray
Fenix, Javon Evans, and Ethan Page.
With the title up for grabs.
I want to see the lizard guy. What's the gecko or lizard dude? Have you seen that?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
The guy's got a iguana on his shoulder.
Yeah, Gecko Man or something like that. I can't remember.
Well, that's dope.
Yeah, I need that figure.
I'm down.
I don't need 5 figures anymore, but I need that figure.
I'm dope. I'm down.
Anyway, that's good, dude. Here for Hard Rate Wrestling. We will be back on Friday. For our Rick's picks. For Money in the Bank, and we'll definitely talk about the AAA, what we think about the AAA going on. So going to be a good weekend of wrestling. I'm going to miss I'm not going to be able to see it live. I'm going to have to watch it Sunday morning or whatever. So got to watch it Sunday morning. We will. Let's think about this. Let's do a recap show on Monday just for Money in the Bank.
That's probably safe.
Can we do that? And we could do it later, and we don't have to do it at 5. We could do it. I'm off Tuesday, so
there you go.
Happy Juneteenth. So we could do it. We'll do a recap show. So that'll give me a chance to watch it and shit on it. Gotta shit on it. So
yeah.
Anyway,
on top of all of that, we are also at a toy show next Saturday.
We are next Saturday, June 14th. Did I get rid of the picture? And I don't know. I got rid of the picture. I don't fucking know. Hold on. I think I did. It's gone. It's gone. I got rid of the picture. Anyway, we'll talk about that more.
Show on Saturday in the Timonium Fairgrounds. Unbelievable time with
Gilbert.
Gilbert.
With Gilbert will be taking place from 1 to 4 in the afternoon.
Yeah, so there is autographed pictures and there is limited edition trading cards with Gilbert on it. There's only 100 made. They're all marked 1 through 100, and make sure you come out and get those. And come say hi to Dwayne Gilbert. And you never know, Crossberg might show up. It's always it's always a possibility.
Hey, you never know.
So you'll be going shirtless at the toy show.
I don't know what you're talking about. You're either getting Gilbert, Jonathan Cross, or Jonathan Delacroix.
Oh god.
You might get one. Could be. So anyway, thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you guys next time.
On the hard way.